Welcome to MugTG, this is Mug Talking, and today we're going to talk about Vigilance in Twin Suns. So let's start this. So here, let's talk about Vigilance cards that heal, that it is probably one of the most important things in Twin Suns, because to win the game you need to have the more life in base, so we need to heal, right? And Vigilance have a lot of cards that heal, like Repair, like Top Target, and Moisture Farm. I think Top Target, I know, is sometimes can be bad because you can play top target and someone else can collect the bounty, defeat the unit. But top target is only cost one, so you can hold to the late game to use, and maybe your last action you can play top target and then defeat it if anyone else can't do so. Yeah, for the late game is really good, and you need to be really aware if you want to play in your deck. Motion farm can be good too because it's a restore 2. We have make an opening with -2/-2, which is really great for the late game. Because sometimes we're doing the math, who's going to win, and okay, we'll do 7 damage there, and I will defeat, so you heal 5. So no, I will -2/-2. Now you can't, so you can do something like this. We have the devotion, of course, restore 2, and cargo juggernaut 2 is a unit that is really good of vigilance, and of course we have the vigilance, because as I said, the thing that I like a lot to do in the Twin Suns when I have in my hand, of course, is to put a top target in the late game and use Vigilance to heal 5 and defeat the unit. So you need 7 resources to do this, right? And sometimes you can go there in the late game. If you have both cards in your hand, you can do this. So yes. And okay, so let's talk now about the Vigilance hero cards. So we have the Restored Arc, of course. It's a 2/3 restore 1, which is good. And in Twin Suns, most of the players have more ground units. Sometimes you play restore arc in the turn 1 and you will be there since the late game, so this is good, right? We have Yoda, of course, restore 2, and when defeated you can draw a card, right? This is in Twin Suns is actually insane. Cannon Gyros, because I know sometimes you don't heal a lot, but it's a 4/5 that you can defeat a sentinel, then you can attack to heal. Maybe if you attack 2 times and you discard like 2 cards that have 2 aspects, you heal 4, so it's awesome, right? We have Razor Crash, and Razor Crash in Twin Suns is really good because of the when played, because you can return like top target, devotion, and more upgrades, and have restore 2, and like I said before, most of the players play more in the ground, so if you play Razor Crest, maybe the Razor Crest will be there till the end of the game. We have Quill, but this is one that you need to be aware, because you can attack and discard something from your deck that you really want, so you should know this. And we have Luminara for the late game, which is awesome depending on your deck. I did this today in my city, and I heal for 6, I think, because I did a deck. I created a deck with um, Captain Rex and Chancellor Palpatine, so I created a lot of tokens. And the late game I played her. I already have 5, supposed to heal 8, but they defeated my units. So yeah, Luminara can be really good in the late game. Have the coordinate grid, and if the game don't end in this turn, she's really awesome the next one, because she can attack for a lot, right? Okay, and of course we have Luke Skywalker. It's a -3/-3 or -6/-6. You can remove leaders with it, and maybe you ramp, or maybe you're ahead of your opponents. You can just play, defeat something. Now you have restore 3. They don't have nothing to deal with this Luke Skywalker right now, so you're probably going to restore 3 in the next turn, which is awesome, right? And now going to the villain side, we have Delmeco. I think it's the only card that we have restore of villainy. And Delmeco is really good because each event the opponent play costs 1 more. So this in a sense is really fun because you stop an event for 3 players. And of course this Delmeco will not be there for such a long time because they're probably going to focus this Delmeco. But it's fine, right? And in sense it's just this, it's just for fun. And if you play villainy, please play Delmeco in your deck. So okay, let's show here everything that we got. Like I said before, all the hero cards, all the not hero now, don't have sides, right? And the villainy. So if you can print this if you want to create your deck, to see if you had all the cards. And I didn't mention this before the redemption because I forgot to put in the slideshow, so I put it here. So yeah, we have Redemption 2, which is awesome. But I know it's too late game because it's a cost 8. Sometimes people don't get there in Twin Suns. But if you get it, you can heal 8 and you have a Sentinel in space, which is awesome. And we have a Smuggler's 8 that don't is Vigilance, but is for Hero, which is awesome. It's the same thing as a Repair, but you can play as a Smuggler for 3. So it's actually better than Repair, right? But it's just Hero, so if you're playing Villainy, you're not playing with this. Okay, so let's talk about Sentinel, because, okay, we need to heal, we need life to win the game, but we don't need to just heal, we can protect our base, right? So we have Sentinels, and we have a lot. So here, as you can see here, we have a lot of Sentinels that is just blue. Blue is probably the best color to heal and have Sentinels, so that's why I always create decks with blue. I never ever play without blue, okay? And we have this with Hero, and this with Villainy. But now let's talk more about something here, like Cloud City. I don't play with him because he's a 2/4. It's really easy to defeat. I think you have better plays to with 3 resources than him, so I don't play in my deck. And the other one is this base Malbus, because you need initiative to have Sentinel, and we know we're playing Twin Suns. We have 4 players that want initiative or something like that, so the chance that you have base Malbus in game and you took initiative is really low, so I don't play it. We have Sugi, and of course I won't play with her because she is 2 Vigilances. I don't like to play with 2 colors in your deck beside the Vigilance, of course, or Khan or something like that. And the other one is Bandu for the same reason, because it's a 2 Vigilance, right? Okay, so to the hero now, we have this one, the Vigilance Honor Guards, because he only have Sentinel if he's undamaged. So, but it's really easy to take damage in Twin Suns. So if like he's a 4/6 Sentinel, your opponent have a token deck, so you can, okay, I will attack with a droid here, take this 1 damage, and now you lose your Sentinels, right? And in the Villainy, I think all the Sentinels is good to play, but we need to be aware because Calculated Magna Guard is not a Sentinel. He can Sentinel for this phase, right? So you need to be aware of this. So sometimes if you create a token deck, it's really good because you can use exploit, something like that, defeat your droid to make him a Sentinel 3/4, right? We have Chowdson, but can works, but sometimes you just don't have that much blue cards in your hand to create like a 6/6 Sentinel, but sometimes 4/4 Sentinel is good. We have Super Command Squad, and it's the same problem as the Hero one that I talked before, because he needs to have an upgrade to be a Sentinel. But in decks with like a lot of upgrades or with Tarkin, you can just put on 1 experience token and Super Command, and now he's a Sentinel forever till he's die, right? Okay, so now let's talk about events, and of course we have the heal cards, but there's something here that we need to talk. And I talked this to the guys here from my city, my friends, and I don't play with removals in my deck. If I play with Villainy, I only play with that Merciless Contest that everyone defeated a unit. And why? Because if we're playing like with 6 resource and someone just deploy and I pay 6 resource to use Rival's Fall and defeat his Anakin, maybe what I did, I spent all my resources of this turn, so I will not play anything else to defeat a leader. And now this is good to me, of course, because he doesn't have a leader anymore, but this is good too for the other 2 players, and these 2 players don't pay any resource to defeat the leader, just me. So removals in Twin Suns, I just put in my deck if they did for more players than 1. So like Merciless Contest, I know is a removal for me too, but I made everyone lose the unit, right? So this is good. Like Super Lazy Blast, like Evacuate or something like that. I really don't like Rival's Fall, really don't like Feather Dragon, really don't like Vanquish. I rather play something that you need to deal than I do something to deal with your unit, and now I don't have board, and I need to play against 3 players that don't use removals, so they just play units, and now I don't have nothing because I decided to use this Feather Dragon in your unit. You got it, right? But if you want to use remove, of course, if you want, okay, I would just want, it's just one cup, so I can put one feather drag, one take down, or one bank, or something like that. Be be happy, and you can do this. And like I said, Twin Suns is just for fun. I personally don't like removals in Twin Suns. But of course, I'm playing with two players of last, and I'm playing with Merciless Constance, cause and evacuate when I play yellow, cause this is removals for all the table, even me, and this is fun, right? So now let's talk about cards that I don't see in a lot in Premiere, and I didn't play with this card, but I see other players playing with in Twin Suns, and I think, okay, this is really good in Twin Suns, and I'm probably going to play in all of my Vigilance decks, right? That is, I have their high ground, so choose a friendly unit, each enemy unit gets -4, -0 while attacking that unit is face. So yeah, if I have Sentinel, I can just play this, and now my Sentinel is insane, right? It's really hard to defeat it because every unit that is going to attack this unit gains -4. So even if you're playing Gravels with blue and something else like green, and you have a 1/1 droid with Sentinel because of Gravels, you can play this, and now this Sentinel is insane, right? So yeah, and we have the Guardian away. Give your unit Sentinel for this phase. If you had initiative, also give the unit +2/+2. Yes, give a Sentinel to your unit, and this is really, really good. You can play this in leaders, and which is awesome. And of course, like I said before, sometimes you just don't have the initiative, but you can like do something to play this, right? So you expect them to play this next turn, so you can maybe try to take the initiative or something like that. But even without this +2/+2, just the Sentinel is really good. We have the Covert Strength as a heal 2 damage for a unit and give experience token to it. Just for one, this is really, really good. You can use this in letters, and it's awesome. And of course, we have this Unexpected Escape. Exhaust a unit, you may rescue a captured guarded by that unit. Okay, this looks not that good, right? Because we don't have a lot of captures in Twin Suns, because it's really easy to defeat your unit with that you is guarding my unit. So, but it's not for this. It's like, but the thing here is that is cost 1 to exhaust the unit, and it is blue. It's not a yellow. All of exhaust a unit card is yellow, and this one is blue, and you just exhaust a unit with 1 resource. This is insane, right? And in Twin Suns, you can do this in the late game. This is awesome. Like I said before, you have like 8 resources. You can do Vigilance, Repair, and this, and you just broke all the math of the table, because one player have like a 7/7 Anakin, and you okay exhaust, because it's don't set it is no leader, so you can exhaust everything. This is insane, right? And always play with this. So removals, like I said before, is the same thing here. Let's pretend that we have this situation, and I use Feather Dragon in this. I don't know, is the Mandalorian? Yeah, in the Mandalorian. So now everyone plays something, like we pretend that we're in turn 5 with 6 resources. Everyone play a unit, like this one plays Rodreka, this one plays this Sentinel, this one plays this Mandalorian, and I use Feather Dragon to defeat this Mandalorian. Okay, so now we both didn't have nothing, but the other players have. They still have something. I didn't play nothing. I only have 2 resources to play something else. So this don't look that good, right? So this is it. So like I said before, if you want to play removals, you can, and I will explain what I do. That is, playing with removals and tempo cards that give me something, like making an opening. I can use -2/-2 and defeat something that already damage or have 2 life, and this removal is good to everyone in the table beside the player that loses the unit, of course, but I heal too, so it's better for me, right? Vigilance, the same thing. I can heal for 5 and defeat something. Death by droids, I can defeat a unit that costs 3 or less and create 2 by droid tokens. So it's good for everyone, but for me it's better. Perilous Position can work. I think Perilous Position is one of the cards that you can play that is good for everyone, but it's really good to play because it's a -2/-2 in a later in the late game. This is awesome. We have, like I said before, Unexpected Escape that is just for 1, and you can sometimes, if your unit gets captured, you can take this back to you, and it's just 1, so whatever. And okay, we have Death Trooper that can work as a remove because we deal 2 damage, and we're playing something. We're playing a bot in the board, right? We have Obi-Wan's Either Sprite, of course, because it's a 4/6, and when attacked and when played, you deal damage. So, like, it's the same thing as Death Trooper. You play, you deal damage, you defeat something, and now you still have something. So, I defeat something is good for the other players too, but now I have 4/6 in space for something 4/5 because I did damage, right? Luke Skywalker the same thing. He's going to enter, defeating something, but I'm still have 6/7, restore 3. Supreme Leader Snoke is the same thing. Count Dooku is the same thing. And like I said before, the only card that I really play in my deck that is removal is mostly. Of course, we found this all the cards that I showed here. Just for removal is the Merciless Concept because it's really fun in Twin Suns because everyone needs to defeat something, right? So let's talk about upgrades of Vigilance. So we have Devotion of top target, like I said before, but we have Electro Staff, which is good too because you can put this in a Sentinel, and now your Sentinel is huge, and every attacker gets -1. So this is awesome, right? This is a huge tank. We have Unshakable Will, which is good too, because you give +2/+2 and Sentinel. This in a leaders is awesome, because you can, if you have a Anakin like 7/7, you can put this in 9/9 Sentinel. How people will pass through this, right? And how I will pass through this, I don't know, because I don't play with Rebel Soul, as you know, right? We have the Further Republic. I really like this card. If you control 3 or more Republic units, of course, this is in a deck that you play with Republic cards. This upgrade costs 2 less, and have this coordinate for restore 2, so it's +2/+2 with restore 2, which is awesome. We have these Brutal Traditions, which is awesome too, because every time a enemy unit is defeated in the Twin Suns, so you can come back this every time from your Sky Pilot something in any unit that you have, because just paying 2, right? And it's almost infinite, right? And okay, so let's talk about the staples. So we have here the Repair, Motion Farming top target, that is the healing, Devotion, Making Open, Vigilance, healing 2, and Cargo Juggernaut, that is a healer 2. I have the High Grounding and Expected Escape, like I said before, just cost 1 card that is really good in Twin Suns. We have System Patrolcraft. I really think you need to play with this because it's a 3/4 Sentinel. Sometimes you just play this and no one will ever attack you in space again because they don't want to lose 2 units to pass through this. Okay, so you can just play this and okay, I'm safe in space. Nemo Outpost is really good because it's 2/6, and I know he's probably not going to defeat any unit that attacks, but can hold like 2 or 3 attacks. We have Smuggler's Aid, like I said before, as a repair but better, right? We have Kia de Mundi if you have it. I don't, and this is a shame. I don't have Kia de Mundi, but Kia de Mundi in Twin Suns can be good because it's when an opponent plays their second card. So this don't mean that it only works one time in Twin Suns. So if I play this and every other player in the table play 2 cards, I will draw 6, right? This is insane. We have, so now for the hero side, we have Restored Arc, Outspoken, that is a Sentinel. And only is a Sentinel if you have Republic cards, so you need to be aware of this. But if you don't have a Republic card, when it dies, you just create a clone open token. But the thing here is that anyone, I don't think people will attack this Outspoken in the early game because it's just a 0/3. Don't is a threat, and they know if they got defeated, you create a clone, so they're probably not going to attack. So this gives you time for the late game. You play something that is Republic, and now you have a Sentinel they don't expect. We have Captain Typhoon that gives you Sentinel when playing on attack. This card is insane in Twin Suns. You have, of course, Concord Alpha is a Sentinel in space too. We have Yoda, that, like we said before, with the Protectors, there is Sentinel, which is awesome because it has shield. So if you're not playing a table that have leaders that ping damage, she's probably going to tank 2 attacks, right? Razor Crest, Cannon Jeros, like I said before, Obi-Wan, that is probably one of the best Sentinels in the game. Mandalore is really great too, because you can use the one player really easy, because you probably have a cost 2 unit in the table or something like that. We have Luke Skywalker, Redemption, and cards now that I don't say before. in the video. Clan Rescue is really good because give respect token, and sometimes the late game can save you because they're not expecting that you give him +1/+1 to your unit in the late game with only 2 resources. So you can expand like 6 in the Vigilance, you have 8 resources. They say, okay, he only have 2 resources, I don't think he can do something else. And you do this, they give +1/+1 for something, you can win through this, right? We have the Obi-Wan's Other Sprite, like I said before, too. We have Chewbacca, but it's really late game, and it is a removal, and I think removals for the late game is not that good, because in the 8 resources, probably the game is over in this. Probably this phase is the last one, or maybe not, but sometime it is. And okay, well, you will pay 8 resources to remove something that is good to everyone, and you will do nothing more with your resources this turn. So I rather use healing cards in the late game or something like that. But if you think you want to play with Chewbacca and you think okay, the game will not play this, will not end in this phase, so you can play. But I rather play like Luminator, Redemption, something like that. Luminator is really, really good. Okay, so now let's go to the villain side. Like I said before, Del Miku. We have Pike Sentinel, Calculating Magna Guard, Lieutenant Charles, that is a lot of Sentinels, more Sentinels. Clan Saxon is really good too. We have the Death Trooper, the Count Dooku, Supreme Look, AT-AT that exhaust all growth units. This sometimes can help you, and like outmaneuver because you can exhaust everything. Like I said before, most of the players play only ground. Everyone have space units, but most of the players, I don't know, for some reason you have space unit. If you have a ground unit, you play ground unit. So this can work in the late game. If you think you're going to lose this phase, you can just play this and exhaust everything, and they can try to do something. You can took initiative and attack 8 in someone else. So, and cards that I didn't say before in the video, we have Inferno 4, which is really, really good because you can filter your deck, and you know this is really awesome. To instance, we play with 80 cards and you only have 1 copy of them, so Inferno 4 can filter is good. We have Wartime Trade, of course, because you can create more droids, use exploit, Dr. Person to draw cards. We have Scout Bike Pursuer, which is good because have grid, so sometimes it's like a 4/1. We have Lone Pike to give a shield. We have Gideon Hask, which is awesome. Gideon Hask, the problem here is that when you play Gideon Hask, all your players will come to focus this Gideon Hask because he can put a lot of experience to it because a lot of units dies, right? And we have the first light that can be really good in the late game and gets your opponent by surprise to win the game because they're not expecting that all your units will gain grit, of course. Not a leader, right? And we have Supplies Blast because this is really, really fun. So if you have Supplies Blast, and if you're playing Vigilance and Villain, please play Supplies Blast. This is really fun seeing, okay, everyone thinking that this is going to be the last phase of this game. Someone Supplies Blast is defeat everything, defeat every leader, every unit, and now we're playing more like 1 phase or more 2, right? And we have the Devastating Gunship. This is awesome card, and Twin Suns, because I know in Premiere this spaceship enters and defeats something that have less life, like 3/2 in space, something like that. But in Twin Suns, a lot of units have damage because it's like a war, right? So sometimes you can use this in defeat a leader or something like that and have grid. It is awesome. So now let's talk about leaders and let's rank them and explain. So with the hero side, first we have Chewbacca, which is awesome because we have this action that gives you a Sentinel that costs 3, so you can play Sentinels every turn if you want to. And of course in the deploy we have a 2/9 Sentinel with grid. So I explain more about Chewbacca in the video of leaders. You can find, I don't know where, here in the top and the description. I'll put the link of the video of leaders that explain the best duels, the best things that you can do, the best combos, something like that. And Chewbacca with some leaders is awesome. We have Rey, because this is really, really good because Rey have restore 3. So when you deploy, you almost guarantee that you're going to heal 3. And the good thing about Rey is that her action, because in Twin Suns like I said, you only have one copy of each card. You're playing with 80 cards. Sometimes you just don't draw what you want, right? So sometimes you have 5 resources and you need to play something that only costs 4. So you still have 1 resources. So you can use her action to put an experience token. So she fix this, okay? And of course restore 3, which is awesome. And the best hero card for me with Vigilance, I think it is Yoda due his action. Cause in Two Sons, every turn a unit left play. Sometimes even the turn 1. Cause we have the Inquisitor deck. So yes. So you would draw a lot. I know it's not like a draw, but you filter your hand, you filter your deck, because you can put in the bottom and kind of stuff, or you can put in the top and attack with Quill and draw. So yeah, I think Yoda is probably one of the best Vigilance. For me, to me, is the best Vigilance hero. And maybe even if with thinking with the villainy, I think Yoda is the best leader of Vigilance. Because you can draw, and when you deploy, you're probably going to defeat something with his ability, and it's a 4/9 restore 2. So if you play with ramps or you play with yellow, that I explain better in the video of leaders, Yoda is insane, okay? So let's talk now about the villainy cards. So we have Nut Gunray, which is awesome because if you create a deck of droids, of exploit, of tokens, something like that, you will always use his actions. So you can create more droids to do your stuff. So this is awesome, right? And like I explained in my leaders video, Nut Gunray is like a ramp leader because I know exploit is not a ramp because you're not putting resource, but if I have 6 resources and I use exploit with a unit that costs 8 and I exploit 1 and I play 6, I play a cost 8 that I'm supposed to play in the next two turns, right? And I play now, so it looks like a ramp, right? And it generally gives you the better droid token to you do this. We have Idenverse, of course, because she probably the leader that heals more in the game. So in the Twin Suns, because like I said before, every turn an enemy unit will die, so you can use her action every turn, right? And of course, in the deploy side is really awesome, and like the Gideon has and something like that, Idenverse deployed is a focus. Everyone will, she's going to be the target, so everyone is going to do something to her, use removals maybe or something like that. And the first leader of Vigilance villainy is the Electrocranic, because he's insane. He's a aggro leader, but he have restore is really awesome because he gives +1 to all your units, and like I said before, Twin Suns is a war, and every unit of yours is going to take damage, and sometimes the units just don't die. And so it gives +1, and Krennic have restore 2. It is a deploy 5. It's really early in the game. Like Idenverse and Nutgun is just 6, so you can deploying in 5 with Krennic. You already restore 2. Like Nutgun just will deploy in the next turn, so you probably already restored 4 of your base. So this is insane, right? And of course, you have the best duo like Krennic with Inquisitor, which is insane because you can deploy Krennic, attack 2, restore 2. Use Inquisitor's ability in Krennic, attack 3, restore 2. This is awesome, so, right? So this is everything that I have to you guys today about Vigilance cards of Twin Suns. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.